of the interesting things that occurs with this approach is our behavior changes.
Mhm.
So give some sense of the contrast of before and after your mental health.
Like a revolutionary change, like a 360-degree change physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and all because I'm holding my breath. I could see a deterioration happening as I got older. I saw my thinking become more obsessive. I was getting more crazy or insane thoughts, very self-conscious, self-centered type of thinking, being preoccupied with what I thought people thought of me, being on other people's heads, seeking approval, not feeling complete within myself. And I didn't like it. Like I was very aware of it. Like I was very aware of my mental thought patterns. And I knew which ones were healthy and which ones were not healthy. And I wanted more than anything to feel whole, to feel complete, not feel like I needed a person to approve of me or to need a relationship or anything like that. So intellectually, I knew what I wanted, but emotionally and mentally, I was bombarded a lot of times with unwanted thoughts, unwanted feelings, and it was getting worse as I got older. It was something that I thought should be getting better, not not getting worse. And I worked very hard at different healing modalities and journaling and praying and meditating and different things. And it didn't make sense again that it was getting worse. I felt this dissatisfaction. What's really amazing is just after doing the method several months, now it's been years, I've just seen that so many of those issues that I had are just like gone. I mean, they're just like it's not an issue anymore. I'm just not thinking that way. I'm not feeling that way. My mind is not as obsessive, not as crazy thinking. I feel whole. I feel complete. I feel content with my life, even where I live. And it's okay, I think, to have things that you want logically. Like someday I would like to move. I live in the city. I'd like to get out of the city, things like that. But I also, at the same time, now feel much more content where I am. Like it's not time to move yet. When it's time, it will happen. I'm just much more content. And I'm learning just be content where I am for today. But I can say that with a lot of things that it's a relief from the mind. I don't feel as tortured. Uh, I
Yeah.
don't feel as tortured by my mind. I'm not as anxious. I don't feel down. I'm not crying. Some things are normal and natural. I lost a dear, dear friend, my mentor, who was like a second mother to me. And I went through grief, and I still may have moments of grief that I feel is natural and normal, but it's not like what I went through before when I didn't have a reason to have grief was worse than a normal grief experience. Um, I think you told me it would discharge. It would come up, but then it would discharge maybe in 6 weeks or whatever. And I feel like that, like it came and it went. Whereas before things would come and it's like they never went.
Never went. No, they
They
get stuck.
exactly, they would get stuck. Childhood stuff just got stuck and
I had a lot of pain across here and tightness in
mhm,
the shoulders. It was like it was heavy. Everything was heavy. I was carrying
mhm, exactly.
the world's worries on my
Mhm,
shoulders.
mhm. It's hard to put into words. It's really, and this is a testimony, but it's really hard to put into words. It's a real transformation. You've used that word. And I went through that as a young adult. There was a transformation in my life. I honestly never thought that there'd be another program that would have that kind of effect on my life. Like a revolutionary change, like a
Hmm.
360-degree change physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, just like that. And all because I'm holding my breath and breathing less.
The way
I
I
don't want to
understand
tell
it,
you how many times I've held my breath to get this, but it's been worth it. Issues are just like gone. I mean, they're just like it's not an issue anymore. I'm just not thinking that way. I'm not feeling that way.